I wanted to give my friend Ann Hanley some props here. She's the head of content at Content Profs, and she has spoken all over the world as well. She had a wonderful piece of advice in terms of the tip that she would share with people. Ask yourself, what's the one thing I want the audience to remember? It's a great question. You know, when you are giving a presentation, I know we focus on, a lot of us focus on filling it with so much information, so much evidence towards a certain conclusion, towards, taking a certain type of action at the end, that we just fill it with information. And we sort of lose sight of the really important big picture, one thing that we want people to leave with. Now, in terms of the audience, data has shown that the audience can sense when a presentation is coming to a close. They might say, well, I want to wrap up here, or as I said, one more thing. Kind of, it's a signal that we'll be coming to a close soon. The conclusion is coming. I'll be wrapping things up. And a lot of people, when they hear that, if they're, sitting in the audience, kind of taking notes, or checking their phone or whatever, they'll perk up, and they'll actually retain what gets presented at the end. So when you do have their attention, you definitely have it, and you want to compel people to act, this is a great time to do it. So what would be the one thing for your presentation? Well, if you're pitching a client, hopefully you've provided great evidence of financial benefits or a great plan of action, examples of design elements, and in the end, you provide them with a recap of all the benefits to doing business with you. A URL for them to visit or an email for contacting you. You wrap up your proposal in a nice little bow, present it to them, and basically they have no choice but to get back to you and respond because it's so great. All right? If you're proposing a site redesign, hopefully you've spent your presentation breaking down all the things that need to be done, showing the data, why you would do certain things. And the final slides in your presentation could be devoted to a focused checklist or a timeline of action. It shows very clearly what are the next things that should be done, what to do, when to do them, and you've already explained why. Even if your presentation is a book report or reasons why your favorite sports team will repeat as world champions, go Red Sox. By the end, you should be reaching the conclusion where you sum up all your major points that you've made. And perhaps you make a callback to important parts that you can reference or that you've referenced along the way. So what would be one thing for my presentation? Well, is it about what tools you can use to make great presentations? Keynote, PowerPoint, Prezi.com, even the camera on your phone? Perhaps. But tools don't make the presentation. They are means to making a story come to life. For me, creativity is your greatest presentation design tool. So think about that. And also, you should strive to be creative, but also a human being as well, especially when you fall off a stage, right? Share stories and connect with the real people that you're hoping to connect with. Preparation means that you understand their needs. And by doing this and by presenting something that's well prepared and relevant, you can help them accomplish their goals. So when we're asked to give a talk or presentation about something, it's not just because we're a pretty face, right? It's because they know that we have something important to share. When we're given this opportunity, prepare, deliver, and compel. Prepare and deliver what your audience needs. Help them accomplish their goals and overcome their struggles by taking the action that you recommend. And if you can remember these important points, you're going to be successful. But to boil it down to one thing, I'd have to say, take advantage of your opportunity to influence. And influence can mean a lot of different things to different people. But by trusting you, the people who have requested that you give a presentation, they believe in you. They believe in what you have to say. And they want to be influenced. That's why you're there. So through the research and preparation that you do, you can help people. You can teach them. It could be for profit, for personal goals, career aspirations, or for education like this is today. By making a positive impression, you not only help them, but you help yourself.